We'll be starting in just 1 second, folks. Okay. Just share my screen here. All right. Let me turn on the camera. And I think we can begin. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Happy, what is it today? Tuesday. Today's Tuesday. Feels kind of like a Monday, but it's a Tuesday. Did some news come out just now? The market looked like it decided to take a little dump right now. Wonder what's going on here. Okay. We'll figure it out. Let's say good morning to everybody and let's begin. So good to see everybody here. Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Rihanna. David, Devin, Arnolfo, Stacy, Mr. Illinois Grain Farmer, Ivano, always good to see you. Jody, Keith, Dr. Luke, Dragon Don, always good to see Mr. Dragon Don. He's a retired police chief. We value your services, Mr. Don. Robert, George, Roddy. Roddy's also a retired police chief. We got two retired police chiefs here. Now we know what police chiefs do when they retire. They trade. Smart. Harry, Deanna, Sherman. Good morning, Sherman. It's been a while. Robert, Randy, Rick, Brendan, Sandy. Good morning, Sandy. Javad, Bonnie, Matt, Texas Kirk, Mark, Mint, Stefan, California Keith, Vernon, Steve, Karen the Shark is in the house. Hope you're doing well, Karen. Alpha Diaz, Harold's here. Brian, good morning, Brian. Haven't seen your dad yet, but hopefully we will shortly. Johnny, Charles, Richard, Minnesota Matt, Yuri, Flying Ronan, Tom, Ray, Wayne, Forrest, David, Ivan. We got Adrian, Sassy Trainer. Good morning, Tinya. Good morning. Good to see you. Home from the hospital. Ooh, I hope you're okay. Let me know. I want to make sure you're okay, Tinya. We got Jill. Good morning, Jill. Dave, David, Bernie the Bear, James, Gregory, Michael, Pete, Gary, Genevieve, Duzzy, Kevin, Keith, Taco Monday, Susan, Brian, Art, Mark, Catherine, Don, Sandy, Raj, Eduardo, David, Dave, Sandra. Good morning, everybody. Susan, Doug, Murray. Good morning, Murray. Happy Tuesday to you. Charlie, Clyde, Scotty, Carlos. Good morning, Carlos. How's the weather in Los Angeles? Thank you, Brian. Tom, Sin, Ernesto, or Ernest. Sorry, Ernest. Porky's is here. Peter, Jesse, Next Gen, Frank, Greg, Richie, Wade. Let's see, we got Alan. We got Cam. Good morning, Cam. Good to see you. Good to see you. Danny, Hawkeye, Krish, Henry, Colette, Ralph, Jeff. Good morning to you. Linda, Cheese Grade Trader, Peanut, Daryl, Stan, Robert, Ladorsky, Dragon Don, Brian, Ski Bunny, Johnny, Wesley, Russ, Magic Hand, Patrick, David, Krish, Mazine, Richard, Wonderville, Don, John, Lloyd, Dino, Captain Beef, Brad, CJ, Cam. Good morning, everybody. Good morning and welcome, 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 welcome. If you're just coming in here right now, please, please, please make sure you're not on auto like I am. I'm hardwired, but even then it cheats me. Make sure you're at 1080p. Okay, very, very important. I want to make sure you guys are at 1080p. That way you could see all the charts and everything else. Also, while I have you here, here's the thumbs up button. Give us, if you're enjoying this video and you're getting value, I'm not going to force you to do something you don't need to do. But if you guys gain value, give us a thumbs up. It shows Google that you guys enjoyed this video. And we're not, just trying to spam you or anything like that. And also subscribe to our channel. We doubled the size of our room We've been advertising on YouTube the last couple of weeks, and we doubled the size of our room. So you may see some new faces here. It usually takes about 90 days for people to feel at home. But please say hello. I don't bite, and I promise I will take the best care of you, and I will not misguide you. I promise I will not misguide you. So yesterday, the market bounced really hard. The question now is, and I've said this before, does this bounce have legs or not? That's really the question where we're at right now. And that's really, as I talk about all of this analysis, I want you to keep in the back of your mind, does this bounce have legs or not? That's really the only thing we're concerned with right now. Okay. Also, before we begin, real quick, I'm going to continue talking about the Pro Trader dashboard today. I'm going to talk about how to use it for swing trades, how to confirm trades, how to select option trades, what other measures we look at other than relative strength and volume. And we're going to talk about anticipatory trades versus confirmation trades. Okay. All of that is going to happen at noon in the VIP room. These are professional tactics I'm going to be teaching you guys. I'm not teaching you beginners tactics. I'm teaching you real important stuff that really makes a difference in your trading. Remember, my philosophy is 90-10. If it's not in the 10% that'll make a difference in your trading, I'm not going to bother teaching you. I'll save that for somebody else. Here's the Telegram channel where we're going to start posting a bunch of stuff in a few minutes. If you're not in there, please subscribe. Good morning, Mark, Kathleen, Dove, Jason, Mark, Paragosian, David, Mike, Mary, Tony, Jerry, Kurt, Greg. Good morning, Greg. Good to see everybody. Good to see everybody. Al, Hariam, Anukumar, good to see you guys. And here's Customer Service Live. Remember, it's Tuesday. It means Taco Tuesday, Trading View Tuesday today, right? There's the link right there for you guys. Okay, let's begin. Okay, let's begin. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and I'm going to turn off my TC2000 and turn it back on just to make sure it's refreshed. Because yesterday I didn't turn it on. And by the way, Mia is going to be the senior. Mia's going to be this, not Mia. What am I saying? Megan's going to be the senior trader today. She's been upset that the cats have been getting all the love. So Megan is going to be guiding you guys today. Hopefully it'll be worth it. Hey, Kurt. Hey, Mark. Hey, Terrence. So let me know if you enjoy Megan's broadcasting today. Okay? Just FYI. All right, there's the SPY. Okay, that looks better. Okay, it's coming off a little bit right now. All right, let's begin. So markets are a little softer today. Not too much, but a little bit softer, down about 20. They're bouncing around, but they're not really doing great, and they're coming near the bottom of the range. You could see it right here. Here's the low overnight, and here's where we're at right now. That's the level I drew for you yesterday. That was the low. Otherwise, we stayed inside this range pretty good. I drew this level for you guys here 24 hours ago, and I'll update them for you in just a bit. But we're moving a little softer. We're not looking that great this morning. Thank you, Carlos. As far as Fed data, we've got the manufacturing index at 10 a.m. All of this is delayed data. It's not going to have as much of an impact, but the manufacturing will. And this will reflect on some of the data since the war started. So this is actually going to be a pretty important release today. So till 10 o'clock, only liquidation mode only, okay, till 10 o'clock, okay? We're still very, very choppy, and we still don't have a lot of directional bias, folks. We really don't. I wish we did, but we don't. Let me just make sure all of this went out here. Okay. Crude oil. Crude oil, folks, as you could see here, crude oil is at the bottom of this range. Yes, it's a little bit up from yesterday, but we're making really good progress. Now, are we down here at this level yet? This is the level where the war is pretty much over, like right here, right there, this level. We're not there yet, but I like the fact that we're at the bottom of this range. Now, the 15-day is holding. What I want to see today, I don't want to see price. Hey, Sylvia, Walter, William. Hey, there's William. Your son was here earlier than you. We were looking for you, William. I hope you're doing well. I'm looking forward to seeing you in about a month. Jeff, Kirk, Fred, Steve. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome. Welcome. Richie, welcome, everybody. Welcome. So happy to see everybody here. You guys always put a smile on my face whenever I see the usual suspects. Folks, we have a lot of the same folks here, which is a great thing. We have a very great crowd here who's very familiar with my shenanigans. Okay. So you could see right here, we're right at the 15-day moving average. What I'd really like to see is us get right here. I want crude oil not to get into this area and break down. Here, I'm going to post this in the Telegram for you guys. And by the way, William, we've been doing really well with the small caps. I'll show you in a few minutes our performance. We've been doing pretty good, even in this crappy market. So I don't want us to go here today. Okay. I want us to go here today. So I'm going to put a cross here. Okay. So you guys understand what I'm saying. I'm posting this in the Telegram channel in real time right now. Mark says, I'm a retired deputy chief, been trading. Look at you. You two, we got 3 retired chiefs here of police. I don't know what it is with folks who are in the it's interesting, very interesting. I like patterns. Thanks for letting me know, Mark. Very good information. Yeah, we have our eye on you. Yeah. Karen, Bruce, good morning. Good morning, Bobby. Good morning. So, crude oil. We want it not to go to the circled area. We want it to break lower from here. Keep eye on it today. Very important. Folks, I'm posting this for you in the Telegram channel right now with my full Picasso drawings, my Picasso drawings. William, the other you're referring to it, your thoughts are much appreciated. Yeah. All right, William. All right. Yeah, it was. I was actually talking to William. Where's William? He was here a second ago. I just saw him. William Kadershka. I'm talking about William Kadersha. Kadersha. He's just above you, William. About 15 people up. We met last year at the event that I had, and he's a great guy, really nice guy. And he introduced his son to this program, to our morning show, and his son is here too. So you see, I want this to break here. I don't want this to come up here. I want this to break here. That's going to be very, very important. Hey, Moondog, good to see you. Good to see you. So we want this to come down, and we don't want it to be here. I posted this for you just now in the Telegram channel, okay? All right, let's continue. This will be actually really important today. Really important. Because look, see how we're wicking? Here, let me move this. You see how we're wicking right at the 8-day? Right there? I want to see that. I want to see that continue and this start breaking lower. If this starts moving down here, it'll be a really good faith sign that the market does believe that this war is starting to come to an end. But this is a good sign. Notice we didn't come up here. We're up here today. That's a good sign. I'll take that. I'll take that. We don't want to come into this shaded area, basically. Okay? All right. And I know you're probably thinking, why is he spending so much time talking about these little details? Because these little details will tell us everything we need to know. The devil is in the details. You notice sometimes I pull up the chart really big and I look at every little level. It's very important. Hey, Mark. Hey, Ed. James. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So really important. Bond market. Bond market is not helping us at all. Bond market is still staying very inflationary near the bottom. So crude oil, you could say in good faith that it may start believing something, but the bond market is not believing anything for a second. Okay. Hey, Jeff says, except Iran attacked last night to prove they're still into it. Yeah, we're going to get into that in a minute, Jeff. We'll get into that in a minute. And you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. They did. They did. You're ruining, Jeff. You're ruining my the anticipation. Just kidding. All right. Yeah. Crude oil bond market is not buying it. Gold. Well, gold hit the 200-day moving average. The question is, and I'll give this about 3 days, is this going to continue bouncing up and make a V recovery? Or if not, we're just going to consolidate. And if we consolidate, we're more than likely going to come back down and kiss this level right here, because that's really where we should be. Okay. So let's give it another couple of days to see if it bounces. Typically, usually, not every time. Hey, SJL, welcome. Folks, tell SJL welcome. It's his first time here. Hey, Dave, good to see you. Gregory, good to see you. So you see right here, here, let me show you what I want to see on gold real quick. Here. And it had good volume here too. Gold is either going to do this and have a V recovery, right? Like this for gold, or it's just going to consolidate here, or it's just going to consolidate right here. The longer we stay here, I'm going to post this for you. The longer we stay in the circled area, the less odds we are going to have the V recovery I posted in the previous pick above. Okay. See what I did? I showed you two pictures of gold, the V recovery and the circle. The longer we stay in this circle, the less odds that we're going to bounce back. Okay. So again, this makes more sense if you're watching my Telegram channel and watching what I'm saying right now at the same time. But I am posting this on the Telegram channel. Thanks, everybody. Paul, Sandy, John, Jeff, Mary. Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys doing that. Bruce, good morning, everybody. Good morning. And if you guys are new, welcome. So let's keep an eye on gold and see if we have a V recovery or not. And obviously, the war is going to have a major impact on it. But here's what I will tell you, and this is not good. Look at volume. Look at how volume is moving higher as we're going lower. And look, when we're staying up here, look at this dull in volume. So this is telling us that there's meaning behind this, which is not great for the bulls. Okay. All right, let's continue. US dollar. US dollar is starting to get a little deflationary. It's actually coming to this line. I'm a little confused, and I'll tell you why. Because if you look at US dollar and you look at crude oil, they look like they're starting to cooperate, but the bond market is not. So I'm just going to point that out to you. If you look at crude and USD, it looks like it's starting to cooperate with the war is ending or peace talks. But if you look at bonds, they are not buying it at all. And I'll show you that right now. So bonds are not buying it at all. There it is. Again, I think it's important for you guys to have this information throughout the day so you can reflect back on what I'm saying. So here it is. Okay, bonds are not buying it at all. Like they are not buying what the market is selling at all. Okay. I think Bob Elmore is with his dad. His dad's having some health issues. He's an older guy, and so Bob is with his dad. At least that's where I think he is. I saw him yesterday in our chat. Okay. So US dollar, see how this is breaking? We want the US dollar to break this. We want US dollar to go on this side. I'll post this for you as well. We want US dollar to break lower. US dollar would break down is deflationary. USD breaking to the other side of the red line would be deflationary. Okay, I'm posting all of this for you. No, Richie, they didn't. Bonds are not buying it. Crude oil seems to be buying it a little bit. I mean, a little bit. And USD seems to be buying it a little bit. I don't know about gold. Gold is doing its own thing right now. But the bond market is not buying it for a second. Okay. Sorry to hear that, Dr. Luke. Condolences to you. Sorry for your loss. Man. All right. Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still consolidating. There is absolutely zero directional bias. To be honest with you, it's getting a little a little concerning. I mean, this is just like really like no directional bias at all. I'm going to tell you right now. Whatever move comes from here is going to be a really nice move, either up or down. I'm looking for it to get above the 50-day to start moving. I don't think it's going to break down, but all bets are off. It's just this is a really good consolidation. Usually after these type of consolidations, anytime you have a consolidation that lasts more than 2 weeks, the move that results is usually really good. Remember, folks, write this down. The more we stay, the choppier we stay, the better the move that happens afterwards. The longer we're in a directional move, the higher the odds the chop will begin. Okay. Uh, is that because of oil and gold are being more impacted by retail traders? Yes, that is right, Jen. That is right. Okay, China. What is China doing? Absolutely nothing. And by the way, folks, as I mentioned, please make sure you changed your VWAP to 320.26. We have beginning of the year, and you know what? I'm going to post this for you in the Telegram channel. I know a lot of you guys are still asleep. Here. Your VWAP, your AVWAP should be updated to 320 as of right now. We are in a new, yeah, right. That's it. Okay. I'm posting all this for you guys. Do bonds go up if oil and dollar go down? Bonds are if bonds go down, that's inflationary. Okay, that's usually up. Bonds going down is inflationary for oil and U.S. dollar. Okay, Stacy, bonds going down means interest rates are going higher. If interest rates are going higher, that's bearish for oil and for U.S. dollar. Okay, all right. Okay, who's going to give us the catalysts? Who is going to give us the catalysts as I begin going through all of this? So June E-mini S&Ps are flat, or they're not flat. They're actually down quite a bit. Not quite a bit. This is still randomness. Hey, Graciel, good morning to you. And folks, if I mispronounce somebody's name, I'm not doing it on purpose. Okay. Okay. All right. Charles is coming in hot. Minnesota Matt is coming in hot. We got Fed, crude oil. We got China. China. I don't see anything about China unless I'm missing something here. China closed higher today, snapping it through. No, I'm not seeing anything with China today. Oh, yeah, yeah. 3% slide. Yeah. China, steepest decline since, yeah. Okay. Okay. They had a pretty big slide, but that happened on Sunday. You see, that happened on Sunday. That's already a little bit late. Okay. So comments and war. Let's see. Healthcare, consumer discretionary. I got consumer discretionary. I got financials. I got healthcare. And I get international markets. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Fair enough. The only thing I did not see, I saw healthcare. I didn't see Japan. Europe is not really down that much. Let's see here. Japan is No, Japan is not really a China, yes, not Japan or China, yes, not Japan or Europe. Okay. But yeah, healthcare, consumer discretionary, financials, and oil. Definitely. Definitely. All right, let's continue. Okay, investors continue to navigate a flood of headlines surrounding Middle East conflict after President Trump signaled a potential end uh, on Monday, which really caused the market to rally. Iran's deputy speaker dismissed the possibility of talks with U.S., echoing similar remarks from other officials. And to prove their point, tensions remained elevated as Iran carried out overnight missiles and drone attacks on Israeli cities of Tel Aviv, Dimona, and Eilat. So they're trying to call Trump a big BSer. So they're not, and honestly, even if they didn't say it, it would be in their best interest. But I'm going to tell you right now that the more I read this, the more I believe that what Trump has said is just phony baloney because they're They're attacking us. Okay. They're attacking us. So this is not good. This is not good. This makes the world not believe what our president was trying to sell us yesterday. FARS news agency report U.S. Israeli strikes damaged gas pressure regulation facility and administrative building in Isfahan. The price of crude oil rose 2% and treasury yield rose. Yeah. They admitted what this morning? What did they admit this morning? That dismissed the possibility of talks. I don't see it. Where? Dragon Don, show me where they admitted it, okay? Because if they admitted it, the market would be a little higher today. This does not look like an admission right here. Admitted the conversation between third parties taking place. I don't know about nothing to do with attacks, okay? Huh. Okay. All right. Well, whatever. Nothing to do with attacks. Okay. In yesterday's session, Wall Street index closed sharply higher after President Trump said U.S. would postpone attacks on Iran. I guess we'll just postpone attacks in Iran and just let them attack us for the next 5 days. Okay, huh? Interesting. I didn't see it, Dragon Down. I'll take a look at it. In yesterday's session, Wall Street main index closed sharp. I mean, I'm just going by what I'm reading right here. Deputy Speaker dismissed the possibility of talks and the fact that they've been attacking us all night long. Oh, they did. Okay, well, if Fox said it, it must be. But how come the market is not reacting to it at all? That's my biggest question. Why is the market not reacting to it? Okay. Anyways, let's see what happens. Mag 7 stocks climbed yesterday. Chip stocks climbed yesterday. Cruise ships climbed yesterday. FICO did not climb yesterday. There's going to be an investigation into pricing practices and scoring practice. All right, let's continue. Government Ron said on Monday that the central bank should not base policy decisions on short-term factors. Well, I mean, depends on how much they impact. We should wait for all information. Yeah, I agree with him before really changing our outlook. I agree with him. We should. I mean, isn't that what they're doing? Always looking at the outlook. Separately, Goolsby said he could see the central bank raising rates or resuming rate cuts, depending. You know what? Honestly, this is the true. This is the most honest thing that I've heard right here. Nobody knows right now. Nobody knows. All right. We just don't know. Okay. Folks, this is not a political. This is not a political. Let's just stick with financial stuff, okay? All I'm reading is the financials. I just want to get to the truth so I know the sentiment of the market. I'm not really interested in debating politics. Goldman Sachs on Monday said that the spike in oil and gas prices has increased probability of a recession in the U.S. over the next 12 months to 30%, up 5% points from previous. So I guess they were estimating a recession at 25%, which I think is pretty high. Today, I would say it's more like 15%, but we'll see what happens. All right. Today, Matt made a very good point yesterday, actually. Matt said that maybe maybe Iran's infrastructure is so fragmented right now that they're not communicating with each other. That, like we don't know what one hand is doing, kind of a thing. It's very possible. How can there be talks if all the leaders are dead? The independent common units are following the plans given to their old regime. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I'm in the I don't know. The market knows. Okay. We're going to be looking at preliminary this data that's going to come out. Durable goods. This is delayed data. It's not going to have an impact on the market. As I mentioned, the bond market's not reacting to this at all. The data that we're going to be looking at is going to be this data right here, the manufacturing index. Okay. This is delayed data. That's not going to have much of an impact. Okay. All right. So let's continue. Folks, I'm literally just going over the news. Okay. This is not political. This is financial. Manufacturing index. This is what I'm paying attention to a lot today, right here. a lot, because this will give us a lot of information. Europe is down only half a basis point, which isn't a lot considering what it was doing yesterday. Fueled by President Trump's more conciliatory remarks on Iran's war, faltered with disappointing PMI data from regional, further dampening sentiment. I'm going to tell you that crude oil, if this can stay down, if we can break this level, oh, it would be fantastic. Be absolutely fantastic. China closed higher today. That's fantastic. Snapping a 3-day session losing streak as hopes of potential de-escalation in the Middle East boosted risk appetite. President Trump said on Monday that U.S. military would delay strikes on Iranian energy infrastructure for 5 days because of what he describes as productive talk with unidentified, like, like who are these unidentified Iranian officials? Why are they unidentified? And again, I have a lot more questions than answers. Japan closed higher today, snapping a 2-day session losing streak as sentiment improved after Trump said U.S. military would delay strikes on Iranian infrastructure for 5 days. But why are they still shooting at us? Gains were broad-based on Tuesday with real estate, industrial, and energy stocks leading the rally. All right. Yeah. Bond market, bonds are going down. Bonds are not going up. Bonds are going down. This is a high volume bar to the downside. All right, let's see what the stock market's doing. Really not reacting very much to this, but stocks are going down. We're breaking my support level from yesterday. Remember that 653.33 level? We're breaking it right now. Okay, we'll get into all of that in just a few minutes. Just a few minutes. All right, let's continue. Let's continue. All right. Japan closed higher, snapping a 2-day losing streak. Sentiment improved after President Trump. We already know what he said. Jeffries surged 9%. They got talks about this. Guild advanced more than 3%. They're buying a biotech company. CoreWeave is up 2%. Ralph Lauren is up, and APO fell 1%. So nothing really crazy here. Okay. All right. Let's talk about the stock market, shall we? We still have less than 50% of stocks. We still have less than 50% of stocks trading below the 200-day moving average. Officially, we are in a bear market. Okay? We are in a bear market. What about the NASDAQ? 41%. This number's going down. What about the Dow? 47%. How about Russell 1000? 43%. Not looking good. As I mentioned to you, momentum levels in the S&P 500 are fairly low right now. And you could see we're pretty low, pretty close to the bottom here. We don't go down here very often. So we don't have that much more downside, but we're getting pretty low there. Put the call ratio. Try to get the bulls engaged. It couldn't. And tried to get the bears engaged. It tried to get the bears really engaged the last few days, but the bears couldn't really push us too much. And now we're moving into the call side. You could really clearly see right here that bears, I keep saying bulls, that bears tried to pressure us here, and we're coming back up. I'm going to post this for you. All right, let me post this for you. Bears tried for a few days to bully the market, but didn't get very far. And now call buyers are in control once again. Okay. Now, once this gets here, that means call buyers are ahead of themselves, just like put buyers were ahead of themselves right here. Okay. All right. Just FYI. Okay. Let's continue. Volatility is still above this thing. Does the market believe Trump, or does the market believe Iran? I'm sorry to say, but the stock market does not believe our president. If it did, volatility would be way in here, not even here, but just in here. It's not. It's still above this area. So again, folks, I'm only interpreting what the market is telling me. This is not my personal biases. I have no personal biases. I hate politics and all politicians. So we are still not in this area. We need to get here for the market to believe that things are getting better. Okay. Volatility is still not believing the market is going higher. It needs to get into the gray area and go all the way down into the gray area, down to the blue line. Okay? So the stock market is not buying it. Thank you, Sandy. By the way, folks, if you're just coming in here right now, please make sure you're watching a 1080p. I'm about to get into overnight levels. Make sure you're watching a 1080p. Okay? And right here, 1080p, and give us one thumbs up just one time and join our channel. It helps us. With the viewership. Okay, thank you, Sandy, for reminding me. Okay, so again, we need to get into here. Here's what I really want to see. I'm going to tell you, folks, I'm going to tell you what you need to pay attention to today, okay? You want to see volatility come in and trade below 25, and you want to see crude oil break this level to the downside, trade somewhere here. Those two things, so listen to me, folks, please listen to me, okay? You want two things that will give you a really clear picture of which way this war is going. And I'm not going to debate what Trump said, what Iran says. I'm past that. But if you really want to know what the market is believing, okay, if this starts coming down, if crude oil starts coming down below this area, and the volatility starts falling into this gray area, the market is going to start believing that this war is getting better, regardless of what anybody's saying or doing. I'm just telling you how it is. Now, if my suggestion is not to believe what the news is saying, my suggestion is to follow the money. Again, what the money's telling us is once we're below 25 in VIX, and once crude oil is in the 84 area, we're going to start believing what the news is telling us right now. And again, I'm only telling you as far as what the market is interpreting. I really don't care what's going to happen in the next 5 days. I care about what's going to happen in the next 10 years. Okay. So just once again, it's very, very important to understand that we need to see this area right here come here, not up here. And we don't want to see crude oil higher, and we don't want to see volatility higher. And by the way, what I'm telling you right now is exactly the same thing that I told you 1 week ago. The two best indicators of whether this war is over or which way it's going is going to be the volatility index, and I have not changed this line. Here. This volatility index right here, and crude oil. And I'm going to keep telling you that every single day, because ultimately that, my friends, is the bottom line. What Trump says is not the bottom line. What Iran says is not the bottom line. What the market does after hearing it is the bottom line. You understand? Okay. So this needs to not come up here. So here, you see, we don't want crude oil to come into the gray area above it. And this is how I want you to remember it, okay? We don't want crude oil to come to the gray area that's right above it. That's a cloud right here. And we don't want, we want volatility to come into the gray area below it, okay? So we want to avoid the gray area on crude oil, and we want to get into the gray area on volatility, okay? All right, let's continue. All right. What about momentum levels? Do you guys remember what I told you yesterday when we were at 740 coming into today? I told you that number, well, I told you this on Friday. I told you on Sunday, and I told you yesterday that we're going to have a bounce. The question was how big of a bounce we were going to get. We got a really good bounce. We're now at 118. The question is, where do we go from here? Do we go a little higher and make this into the 50, 40, 30, or is this going to start coming back down again? We'll find out in a minute when we get into technicals, which we're doing right now. So looking at the technicals, we are not. So remember I told you draw your VWAP right here. This is where the VWAP is. I mean, it's very small. This price action right here is not making me feel warm and fuzzy. Now, you guys can argue about politics all you want, but please don't argue with me about price action. You will not win this argument, okay? You can argue with me about presidents and politics till the night, till the light, till till midnight. But don't argue with me about price action. Okay. So look at this. We went right to the 8-day EMA yesterday and we violated it. We couldn't keep the 8-day and we couldn't keep the 200. Okay. Not a good sign. Not a sign that we're believing anything. And today we're below that level already. Right here, you could see. So the market is not believing for 1 minute that anything is getting better. And again, folks, I'm only interpreting what the market is doing, not what anybody is saying. See right there? See how we tabbed the 8-day, we couldn't hold it, and then we broke below the 200, and now we're below that. That's three factors that are telling us the market is not buying it. The SPY is not buying that the war is coming to an end. Why? Well, let me show you why. Couldn't hold the 8-day yesterday, couldn't hold the 200-day yesterday, already trading below yesterday's low. See, I don't just tell you my opinions, I tell you why. Okay? I explain to you why. Couldn't hold the 8-day, couldn't hold the 200-day, trading below the VWAP and yesterday's low. Actually, four things, but three things. Okay? Okay, QQQ, same thing. QQQ, same thing. Can't hold it. Same thing. QQQ, same thing. And please, folks, please don't get upset at me. I'm not the stock market. I'm only telling you uh, what I'm seeing. Same thing on volume. On volume. QQQ, same story as above plus volume to the downside. The QQQ is not buying the war is over or starting to end talk. Again, and please don't pull the political card on me because I couldn't care less what anybody says. I care about this. We couldn't even get to the 8-day EMA on the mega caps. Look, we couldn't even get to the 8-day yesterday. Mags couldn't even get to the 8-day EMA yesterday. Okay. And again, folks, please, I don't want to hear your how this is going. No, don't. Semiconductors could not get above the 50-day moving average here. Chip stocks could not get above the 50-day line. No good. Small caps can't hold the 8-day. Look at that. That's actually a perfect turnaround to the downside. This is, you see this right here? It looks exactly like that. See this right here? That's this right here. Look, 1, 2, and 3. See that? Thanks, Stefan. Again, here, let me show you this. So we can be interpreting what anybody's saying forever, but I'm telling you right now, the market is not buying it. IWM hit the 15-day line and backed away aggressively. Small caps have the highest sensitivity to the bond market. Remember that. So look, see right here, see right here, and see right here. Boom, boom, boom. All three. Okay. All three. Okay. All right. So we don't have really weak momentum to the downside right now, but at the same time, we really don't have any momentum to the upside. And you could see it right here. We have no momentum. We're kind of choppy right now. I wouldn't be surprised, folks. You know, a lot of people are looking for a lot of directional bias right now. I wouldn't be surprised after yesterday if we just consolidated a little bit. You know, that could be very, very plausible too. But let's do our overnight levels, okay? Let's do our overnight levels. By the way, the market is breaking down below my 653.33 level from yesterday. Okay. All right. Let me give you guys levels. My levels are not going to be that different from yesterday. Just going to move that here. Going to move that there. Move that there. I'm going to have to add a line right here. Nice big line right there. Okay, those are good levels. I'm going to leave these levels above alone because they haven't been violated, okay? So I'm just going to post this for you in full size, okay? Now my monitor here is 24 inches, and this picture is the width of my monitor. So you should have no problem blowing it up and seeing everything, okay? SPY overnight levels. And we haven't got into our top stocks yet. So folks, regardless of what anybody's saying or doing, the market's just not buying it yet. Maybe for whatever reason, but it ain't buying it. So you don't have to argue. We know the market is not buying what we're selling. Okay, this is going to go down here. Very few changes here. Very few changes down there. What I'm worried about is we don't have a lot of things here. We don't have a lot of support as we come down here. Look, we have a gap. So I'm going to just draw this for you just in case, the 6,582 level, but be careful, okay? Here, I'm going to just make it this big. Okay. Folks, I'm doing the best that I can. QQQ levels. Yeah, consolidation would be good. You know, what I've noticed is we've been having a lot of Mondays have been Tuesdays and Tuesdays have been Mondays since this war came out. Usually Mondays we have a consolidation day, and on Tuesday we have a run day. But I've noticed with the war, you know, we have all this news coming out over the weekend that we've been having run days on Mondays, and Tuesdays have been more calming days. So don't be surprised if we have a choppy day today because we had a really good run day yesterday and Friday. The markets are a little exhausted, okay? So that's the QQQ levels. Let me give you SMH levels, okay? By the way, SMH is also doing the same thing. Okay. Okay. We don't have a lot of support below us, folks. I'm just letting you know we have this gap everywhere, and that's making me a little nervous. You see this gap right here? So it goes all the way down here. So we have a pretty open area here. So I'm just giving you heads up. Let me make this a little bigger. There we go. I'm hoping that this is helping you. This is in the main Telegram channel. I post this in the main Telegram channel. I'm actually about to post the channel in your chat box in a few seconds. So this is SMH levels. Here, this is my Zoom link where I will be talking about how to use the Pro Trader dashboard to trade swing trade and options and confirmations. That's the link for that. Here's the link for the Telegram channel where I'm posting all of this stuff for you right now for free. And here's Customer Service Live, the Cam and Gustavo show. Hey, Laura. Good morning, Laura. Hey, Catalin. Good morning, Catalin. Kevin, good morning. Jen, George, where are we at with the 20-day? I already mentioned it. We're only at 100 lows right now. We went from 700, George. Here, George, let me show you. Look, 118, and yesterday we were at 740. So I'm thinking we may just have a little consolidation today, and I will be keeping an eye on these numbers. I'm hoping that they will actually get lower than this. Okay. Okay. Let's continue. IWM levels. Okay. Need to make some adjustments today for sure. There, and there, and there, and there, and there. And I think that will do it. Price action is really sloppy overnight. And again, see how we have this gap here? Here, let me draw this level for you a little lower, right there. So be careful. We got a couple of levels below us. Okay. If we break this level, I'll start posting in the Telegram channel the other levels. Okay. I just don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but I do have some levels below us right now. I'm still hoping we're going to just chop today and have a chop day today and not a run day, which would actually be really good for the market. We could really use it right now. Some consolidation, that would be good. It would tighten the options a little bit, I think. IWM levels. Okay, now let me give you bond levels. Very important. So SPY's coming off this level right now. Let me give you bond levels. All right, bonds. Let me just redraw this. It's a little sloppy. Okay. I'm hoping that these levels help you a little bit as well, kind of give you a compass. Okay. Very choppy overnight markets. Very choppy overnight markets. But not so choppy this morning. Okay, I can live with those levels. And again, if we break lower, I'll make intraday levels at lunchtime for us all live, okay? If we break lower, and I hope we don't have to do that. You may have to just remind me of that. TLT bond levels. Okay, those are the bond levels. Now, let me go ahead and give you my stocks that I'm looking at, okay? Now, remember, folks, these are stocks that are on my watch list. I regularly put stocks on my watch list. Stocks on my watch list are not stocks that are ready to trade. And by the way, just for the technically, this looks like it wants to make another leg down right here. Exactly like it did right here and exactly like it did right here. That's why I really want to see. I want to be wrong today. So technically, I'm pretty bearish right now. I'm going to be honest with you based on what I'm seeing, but I'd love to be wrong and see a chop here today. That would be really fantastic. Okay. Stocks that I'm looking at, ABT, Abbott Labs. Remember, I'm not screening for earnings, okay? Tractor Supply Company, TSCO, BZ, BZ. And if you're just coming in here, good morning, everybody. Good morning and welcome. Thank you for coming in here. I appreciate you spending your hour with me. Dave and Buster's, I don't see anything good for this company. By the way, the Russell looks like it's right here right now, getting ready to make a bar like this. Here, you could see it right here. Looks just like that. Look, like it wants to come right back down to the 200. Sorry, I don't mean to go back and forth. Okay, play then as Simple Foods. Finally, tomorrow I get a haircut. My hair looks like my dog's almost. That's a nice downtrend right here. It's a nice downtrend. Real nice downtrend. Wing. I'm sure you guys have heard of Wingstop. Let me delete this line. Pretty bearish. Domino's, a lot of consumer stocks make you enter a trade off the watch list. It would have to break a level, Rob. I'll talk about that today. I'll talk about that today. In order to read the levels, I have to copy the chart to ChatGPT and ask it to read the numbers to me. When I open the screen print, all the numbers are fuzzy. Carla, I think we've been through this. I'm giving you the full screen. Is your resolution at 1080p, Carla? I know this happened. Carla, if you send me an email in the morning, I'll write you those levels out. I'll happily do that for you, Carla. I'll do whatever I can to help you get those levels. You keep having issue with those levels. The image is this big. Let me know if you're using 1080p, Carla. Let me know. Yeah, Domino's is closing a bunch of stores. And Domino's, believe it or not, is one of the fastest growing stocks in history. People are always looking at Apple and tech stocks. They're not realizing that a lot of these stocks are pretty important. Auto Home, this is it's an ADR, but it's pretty liquid actually. This is doesn't have a lot of gaps, which is kind of nice. Auto Home, Qualcomm. I'd definitely watching this stock. I know it's fuzzier, but the picture is 24 inches big. I mean, look, I'm going to open that picture on my computer right now. Look, let me show you something, Carla. Look, here, I'm going to take my screen and I'm going to open this picture up. You could see 393, 86. You could see it all right here. And that's not me even blowing it up. That's just me opening it up. Okay. Here. So you could make it bigger. All right, let's continue. I do have to get to work. I do have to get to work. Yeah, you could make him bigger. All right, Qualcomm and Estee Lauder. A lot of consumer stocks. Notice, folks, a lot of consumer stocks on my list. Consumer stocks are the first ones to take a dump when there's a war. Okay. Hey, Eagle Beagle, good to see you. Yeah, I used to go to Dave and Buster's when I used to live in Los Angeles. We had a couple. We had one in Santa Monica back in the day in the Promenade, but then it got closed. And then we had one in Woodland Hills. I don't even know if that one is open anymore. Carlos would have to tell us that right off of Topanga and between Canoga and Topanga. We have a resident a Los Angeles expert here, Carlos. All right, I'm going to give you long stocks now, and then I got to get out of here. Remember, I used to live in LA. Like, for example, this stock would have to break above this level. So it has to break levels. Thanks, George. Kava. Like, this stock is not ready yet. It has to get above this area. And I show you how I use the anchored VWAP to confirm that. Laser. Everything you guys are asking me, I teach here. Laser. Ring. Possible A-line. We have to put the anchor right here to see if it's ready or not. I've given you that lesson many, many times. And I will continue giving you that lesson many, many times. Keys. Now, see this stock? This is definitely a stock on my watch list. Is it ready? Absolutely not. This stock can just as easily keep consolidating here. So we would need this stock to break out of this range right here. Okay. For example, here. Oh God, I can't write to save my life today. Okay. I'd want to see it break above this level right here. Okay. All right. Carla, you know what I'll do? I'll take a minute next time I'm here, and I'll take an extra few minutes and I'll show you you could save it and you can make them as big as you want, okay? And they'll be crystal clear because they're 1080p. They're saved at 1080p. Keys. All right, next one. Tigo. That's a nice look right there. Now that one is ready to go, but you're going to have problems with options on this one. It took me a good long time to find you bullish stocks today, okay? A good long time. A calm. Now here, this stock may be a little overextended, but maybe a good day trading stock if we can get a good volume today, like we did the last 2 days. TS, nice, not overextended. One of the few energy stocks that I really like right now. And New York Times. New York Times. All right, folks. Let's see. Yeah, I'll show Carla tomorrow. Carla, if you tune in tomorrow, just remind me when we come on here, and I'll show you how to do it. Okay? I'll show you how to do it live. All right, folks. Here's the deal. I will be in the VIP room at noon. I will be unloading everything in my head about the Pro Trader dashboard, which is the tool we use to do my trading pit trades, where I have a 94.5% win rate, which is pretty good. Repetition is secrets. Murray knows. He's been here for half a decade now. More than that, actually. Murray, how long have you been with me? You got to commit. You got to come back. And my wife has to make you that tuna. She's been getting better at it. She's been practicing. So there's the Telegram channel. Here is the VIP room. And here's customer service live. Now, folks, let me give you my phone number. I keep saying phone number. My email address. rogerscott.com. And you guys can email me anytime you want. Carla says, using 1080, can you post the levels here? I can just keep putting them in Chat GDP. Wanted you to know bigger makes it worse. Carla, it would take me too long to read from six pictures, 8 different levels. It would just take too much time. But I promise you, Carla, I'll show you. I'll show you how to do it. Or you can email me, Carla, and I'll attach an attachment to you so you can get a full attachment if you'd like. You could just send me an email. Okay? All right, guys. I will see you guys later. Have a great day. If you missed this show, here is the replay link right there. Here's the replay link. And I'll post this in the Telegram channel too. And please, let's not argue about politics. Believe it or not, we all want the same thing for this country. We all want peace and prosperity. It's just we see different ways of getting there. We're all on the same side. If you missed the pre-market must-watch, here is a link. I highly recommend you review it. Okay? All right, folks. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you folks more than you could ever imagine. I'm not bearish. I'm 60 bearish, 40 neutral right now, but I'm not bullish. I'm not seeing anything bullish as of right now. Okay, I really am not. I wish I did, but I'm not. I'll see you guys later. I'll be updating you in the main Telegram channels all day long. Sandy, I'm actually thinking maybe if we don't break down hard in the morning, and if ADD is not below 1,000, I think we're going to have a choppy day. I'll be looking at ADD very closely today throughout the day. Bye, folks. Have a great day. If any questions, you can always email me. I'm always there for you. Okay.